On this episode
uh,
of
uh,
No
uh,
Glove
uh,
Sports.
a superior white man in the sense of position is always going to carry more weight in a conversation, and you're going to see the subordinate shut the up. And that goes above, that goes beyond color. That's just a strategy for doing business and moving through the world without conflict. And some people don't get that part.
Huh?
So that's just how black people do. We ain't like, look, man. If you ain't black, why you talking about black stuff over a black person?
Yeah, but at the same time, as your partner that you have is a Caucasian man. So what do you want him to do when
Shut
you're?
up and listen.
What'd you say?
Shut up and listen.
Slavery.
Oh,
And
that's that slavery mentality. We ain't in slavery mentality.
let me talk my shit. You know what I'm saying? And tell you how. Tell
Freedom
you.
now.
So hold on, you see? Just because that person's black, it's not a black issue, but just because that person's black, that the white people should be quiet, which means that when they talking about white people like the president or other famous white people, niggas should shut up because we talking white man right now. Do you realize?
They was talking about
You woke
something
me
that
up, yo.
if they were talking about something that was uh, culturally white. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? What the fuck a nigga got in a conversation arguing with white folks about hummus? You might have an opinion, you might like hummus, but you don't need to be over talking white folks about something that they know.
But is that fair when you're on a show and you got a Caucasian man and a black man? That's not fair. We're talking about all social topics. Okay.
You should have an opinion, or you shouldn't necessarily be argumentative in the sense. It's not the same format of debate style when it comes to something like that. It's not even a debate. It's more about us exchanging ideas. That's why I actually like how Skip and Shannon would handle some of those issues, even though it would seem as Skip was going along to get along with whatever Shannon may say on a particular topic when it came to race. He would never really disagree with him, and I'm sure there are other times that he could. But when you're having a conversation about something that's racial, not racist, but just racial, I think everybody has a voice. But I think the loudest voice should be the one that is most directly connected or affected, even if they dead ass wrong.
And when you have a partner that you feel like is not up to your standard, and you have a partner that you feel like is basically, you're basically saying I'm miserable at work and I don't really like my partner, and making everything that he can get up out of there. Don't you think it was unfair to him? I'm just asking the question.
What you mean unfair to him? What you mean?
ESPN bought Max Keller along to be Stephen A. Smith's partner, and basically Stephen A. Smith said, "I didn't like him. I didn't like him." And basically, he said, "I was miserable at work, and I wanted to get rid of him."
But that ain't got nothing to do with racial topics and him over talking him on racial topics. That's has something to do with him trying to, what Chef quoted earlier from the 48 Laws of Power, which is outshine the master. And you can't do that no matter what your race is. I don't give a damn if Max was on there with Skip being two individual white men. A superior white man in the sense of position is always going to carry more weight in a conversation, and you're going to see the subordinate shut the fuck up. And that goes above, that goes beyond color. That's just a strategy for doing business and moving through the world without conflict. And some people don't get that part.
Okay, Chef, you're on mute.
You know how I do.
Yeah.
Right. So it's really me. So there's a way you can have that actual back and forth banter and have that, on screen contrarianism going on. There's ways you can do it without overshadowing the other person, right? Perfect example. You got Batman. He's a superhero.
Right.
Not as many people tune in for when it's the episodes with him and the Riddler, or him and the Penguin, or him and this other person, but they're gonna tune in for him and the Joker.
Right.
Because that adversarial relationship, that adversarial dynamic, that ebb and flow of their thought and power actually is entertaining, intriguing, educational, and informational. In terms of if you are a comic book fan. So what's happening is people want to tune in for that. But at some point, when that ebb and flow changes, they're not really going to want to tune in for it. They're not going to want to watch as much. And Max is trying to grow. Remember, Max been in this game remember, he was the young
Yes.
teenage kid that was doing the boxing stuff, you know?
Right.
Yeah, he was a little whiz kid, you know? I remember from back in the days. And he's trying to build and he's growing and he's got gray hair. So there's certain situations where, unfortunately, put it like this, I don't think Max was able to do anything wrong because Max was Max.
Right.
And if he switched up for Stephen A, it would have an impact on the Max brand. So in order for Max to successfully be Max, he had to, that means he's growing out of that situation. Just like, you know, when the snakes, they molt and grow out of that skin into a fresh skin. So it was inevitable to have to come up out of there. So it was going to happen. And especially who Max is, and then with the way Stephen A. Smith is, there was a lot of conversations where I'm sure he started seeing some of the analytics favoring Max because Max was seeming a little bit more common sense. And Stephen A. was more emotional in terms of his responses to certain things.
True. That's true.
So, you know, when the analytics is not favoring you on your own shit, you know, that's the whole key. That's the same thing I believe happened with Fox Sports and Skip. It's just business.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Yes.
With that said, y'all see us, folks. You want to see us again? You got to find us on our individual pages. No Glove Sports won't be back until basketball season. Enjoy your summer, kids. If you're watching, we love you. Look at that beautiful baby boy right there. Yeah. So with that said, I am going to play this exclusive track on our way out. I appreciate everybody for coming through. Mr. Best in the World.
Yes.
Be easy to do. I gave him late notice, so he couldn't come through, but we definitely going to be working with him in the future. My brother Chef Shapino, please find him at Chef Shapino, CHOUPINO, and that is Just Andrea. You can find her at Just Andrea on all social media. I am your boy Victor Freeze, aka Victor Freeze Music, and same goes for me. We'll see y'all next time. Much love. We out.
Rubbing in my lane, I'm flying to keep focus. Yeah, my mic checks ferocious. Give me my crown right now, cause I'm golden. Life golden. Son, let it soak in. Get yourself familiar with messages unspoken. I made a lot of clout. Or get chosen. I'm frozen like Buzz Lightyear. You might not have heard it, but I buzz right here. Might be a little weird, but I love my beard. Won't have to change your market like your Bud Light beer. Might have to do the work, but the love's right here. They need me, so I can never quit, cause my name is Vic. I'ma keep clutching my pearls, cause they ain't equipped. Feed the congregation knowledge dripping from my lip. Cause I say it so much now they think that I'm a crip. Things that fall amongst the dark, they might make you slip. I'm super comfortable, a baby on my mama's hip. I really wanna eat, stand up on my feet, and I'm just showing growth. Now watch me take a lead. I wanna turn the pages with you. I'm going through the stages with you. You never catch me bragging about whose car or whose cage is bigger. They say this beat was made for Jigga. I feel like I'm that nigga. Fight for my vision like it's on sight. Even if I gotta stay up all night. Somebody said